I was sitting here trying to make a video to explain why I know that you do not need to go to church to find God. Not only because I'm spiritual, because I took the spiritual route to get my own personal one-on-one connection with God. So I'm sitting here, and then what I think to myself is, he who knows intention of no man. So I think that seems very biblically versed. So I'm like, okay, let me go and actually do research online. What immediately pops up is the Bible scripture. Something that people don't know about me, one of my spiritual gifts is that I get channeled messages, and they come from God. They come from the Most High. They want you to think that if you don't go to church, you don't know God. If you don't go and give money to the churches, you don't know God. If you don't live this way, you don't know God. But that's not true, because I know God. And I've actually been reading the Bible more and more daily, just so that I can get more knowledge on different scriptures. So the fact that a paraphrase of a scripture came to me, and it is the exact epitome of what I was speaking on the video, just tells you that's a confirmation. The scripture said, "But it was to us that God revealed these things by his Spirit. For his Spirit searches out everything and shows us God's deepest secrets. No one can know a person's thoughts except that person's own spirit. And no one can know God's thoughts except God's own spirit. And we have received God's Spirit, not the world's spirit. So we can know the wonderful thing God has given us freely." There are people who are living in fear of freedom because they don't want to go to hell. But they don't realize that we're living on hell on earth right now. Because there's too many people on earth who don't know God, who don't really know God. They're living off of another person's word. God does not want us to go off of another person's word, because we do not know that other person's intentions. Only God knows that person's intentions. And that person doesn't know God's intentions. So at the end of the day, when it's time for you to be judged, God is not going based off of, oh, what that person told you, that person told you. He's going based off of what you did in your lifetime. What did you do for the betterment of yourself and humanity? What did you do that was good enough for you to get into heaven? Contrast to that would be, instead of listening to somebody else tell you what to do, you listen to nobody. So you don't know God, period. Or you listen to yourself and you think that you control things, and you're trying to make moves to control other people's lives, taking other people's lives into your own hands. God is very unbiased. It's either your intentions were good or your intentions were bad. So the next time you think that you're going to lie, cheat, and steal and nobody's watching, well, that's just going to be the outcome of your life. You reap what you sow. Truthfully, I don't care if anybody thinks that I'm crazy, if I'm doing something out of the ordinary. The truth needs to be known. And the Pope just passed away. Watch the information that starts coming out.